Welcome back to the Guitar Reliquary. This weekend I got a real nice piece of ash. That's right. That's right, folks. Today we're checking out the brand new Paul Reed Smith SE Swamp Ash CE Sandblasted Limited Edition. I was at the Maine Renaissance Fair this weekend, and that meant that I was traveling through a little town called Wells, Maine. And in Wells, Maine, you'll find a magical shred shack called Toontown Music. And at Toontown Music, they have a number of PRS guitars, Jackson guitars, and Ibanez guitars, but I was specifically on the hunt for one of these, and I was so glad I found it. Initially, I was disappointed that it wasn't the purple grain fill, but after much reflection and listening to Typo Negative, I've decided that I made the right choice with this color scheme. So let's run through the specs here and talk about what the Swamp Ash CE has to offer you. All right, so to begin, it has a mahogany body, and it's a gorgeous satin finished mahogany body. Mine is a three-piece body. There is a seam here, and there is a seam here. I guess that's to be expected on an import guitar. The front sports a number of beautiful ash cracks. I'll stop at some point, probably not. And these ash cracks are filled with green paint, and it looks spectacular. Now, if you're thinking that this is not textured and that in fact it's smooth, that's wrong. It is quite textured. You can feel the grain of the ash. Ooh, I love rubbing this ash. So when you're using this guitar, you might notice, if yours is like mine, that there are spots on the ash that are sort of raised and a little bit pokey. And unfortunately, I don't think there's any way to get rid of that without getting rid of the finish. Some sandpaper or some micro mesh would ultimately shine the finish. So I think it's something you just have to live with and wear off on your own. The beautiful mahogany body with my two-piece swamp ash top. I don't know if all of them are two-piece ash tops, but mine definitely is. There's a seam running down the center. But this is bonded to a maple neck. It looks to be a two-piece maple neck with one piece here and then the scarf joint for the headstock. And I like that. I've talked about how amazing it is to have a scarf joint on a neck on the channel before because it helps to protect against headstock breaks. Much like Jackson guitars use a scarf joint, even with the tilt-back headstock. And then we have a beautiful rosewood fingerboard. And the rosewood on mine is nice and dark to complement the black satin finish of the guitar. It comes stock with the PRS patented tremolo. So this is the tremolo that is not made in America, but is made overseas. It is a fairly nice tremolo. I noticed that this one does not stay in tune perfectly. I'll probably need to take off the strings and basically lube the screws that are here on the bridge. And that's kind of a downside of a six post bridge, in my opinion, is that you really have to wear the trem enough so that all six are in contact. Otherwise, you just have one or two. Comes with two humbuckers. These are the 8515S humbuckers. They are incredibly clear sounding. In the demo, you'll notice that I did some coil tap stuff on the neck pickup, and it sounded almost like an acoustic guitar to me. It was so clear, so bell-like, so chimey. I loved it. The two 8515S pickups are controlled by a three-position selector switch. Up is the neck pickup, middle is both pickups, and down is the bridge pickup. It has a master volume and a master tone, and the master tone does that sweet push-pull action. I love the push-pull because then I can get those cool, clean tones that I got in the demo. The scale length of this guitar, like most PRS guitars, is 25 inches, so slightly longer than the Gibson scale length and slightly shorter than the Fender scale length. A nice in-between. And so that helps to tighten up the action a little bit, which you may or may not like. The frets on this are fairly large frets, fairly tall frets. I would say they're probably, marketing speak, would be a medium jumbo. Haven't measured the crown height, but definitely higher than a modern Gibson, but not as high as, say, a Ferd Wagner 57-110. 10-inch fretboard radius, which is standard on almost all PRS models, has the what look to be abalone inlays for the birds, possibly mother of pearl, possibly acrylic. I don't know. They look great. They have some figuring to them. You catch them in the light and you get some movement. Comes with the import nut, not the core nut, so this might be the cause of my tuning stability issues. I did lube it with some Big Ben's nut sauce. That's right, I got Big Ben's nut sauce all over my ash. And in any event, it did improve the tuning stability, but it did not solve my tuning problems. Comes with 6 non-locking PRS branded tuners. Not a big deal. The tuners are pretty smooth. They feel pretty good. I probably would prefer some higher quality ones, maybe some Gotos, but they are black chrome colored, and so black chrome colored Gotos might be a little bit more expensive than the regular ones that I'm used to buying. That black chrome coloring for the hardware is gorgeous. Comes with a 2-way adjustable truss rod, which I love. The 2-way adjustable truss rod allows me to put bow in or bow out of the neck as necessary and as the seasons change, and I never really have to worry about running out of adjustment room. Beyond that, comes with a handsome bolt-on neck joint. That's a sort of smaller joint than you would expect on something like my Mayones or on Fenders. It's more akin to an Ernie Ball neck joint, honestly, in terms of its size. Has the non-recessed back plate and trem plate covers. I've bemoaned the fact that I prefer those that are recessed. It does not cost that much money to recess them, as evidenced by the fact that you can buy Gretches and Jacksons and Mexican-made Fenders and all sorts of things that have recessed back plates and trem covers. Minor gripe, you could just take them off, leave them off. Maybe you could recess them yourself if you felt like doing some CNC work or some routing work. Sorry, not CNC, that was dumb. Some routing work, and then you'd have yourself some recessed back plates. I will undoubtedly put some strap locks on it. I will possibly change the pickups for aesthetic reasons. I think the pickups sound quite good. I was trying for an Opeth vibe in the demo, and I think that I got close. I wouldn't say I nailed it because I'm not Mikhail Ackerfeld or Frederick Akeson, who are two of the best guitar players in modern music today, but I did enjoy playing the style of that demo. I will also draw your attention to the handsome, very handsome Creature from the Black Lagoon truss rod cover that I've had for probably 10 years, and it hasn't been on a guitar. It's been hanging right there on the wall next to the other truss rod covers. Y'all panicked a little bit that I was going to hit this headstock on my wall. Guess what? I panicked too. That's why I pulled it away. However, now it goes onto my beautiful CE guitar. Love this thing. While many PRSs have passed through my hands, almost none of them have remained. This one will. This one has awesome, awesome mojo. If you can get your hands on one of these, you should check it out. I forgot to mention the only thing I had to do with it was lower the action a little bit for me, but the fretwork was perfect. And I mean perfect, and you know I'm particular about my fretwork. So I hope that you'll get to try one of these out. In the meantime, check out the demo. right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that demo. It was deceptively difficult, or maybe reasonably difficult, I don't know, to play a lead track to that. I did the best that I could. I was really proud of the rhythm track. I'm not so proud of the lead track. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, hit the alert button so that you know when I post new videos. I know I'm not like those other big YouTubers that post 3 or 4 videos a day or 3 or 4 videos a week, and that's because I have a full-time job. But I will continue my journey through the magical land of shred, and I'll be holding on to my ash the whole time.